Hey you, wanna know something amazing? It's out of this world. The sun, the moon, the Milky Way, planets and stars in vast array, galaxies spinning on display. It's out of this world. Of all the mysteries to find, He walked the world that He designed, healing the sick, the deaf and blind. Wonders completely blow our mind. With Jesus we'll discover more than our mind could ever know. It's out of this world. Out of this world.
I'm here with Kids Planet News, and we've got a special, out-of-this-world look at an amazing piece of God's creation. Today, we're going to be learning about just one small part of our impressive solar system that can be seen by each and every one of us when we look up into the night sky. That's right, it's stars. Now, I'd like to introduce a couple special guests who have a few fun facts to share with us, all about stars. Here's HanBot and VinBot.
Greetings, Earthlings.
We are elated to be presenting these most magnificent space facts to you today.
Did you know that stars are essentially giant balls of hot gas?
Not that gas, but quite interesting, isn't it?
Indeed, stars are made up of two main gases, along with small amounts of some other elements.
These two main gases are hydrogen and helium.
Helium, like in a balloon.
And when we are here in space, sometimes we float around like a helium balloon too.
But back to our facts about stars.
Yes. Did you know stars can be really, really old?
Nearly as old as us.
Hey kids, did you know that large stars live shorter lives compared to smaller stars?
That's right, because large stars burn through their fuel faster than small stars.
Like how I run through my battery.
Oh no, not again. I must locate the charging cord.
Well, it appears that our friends out on the space station are having some technical difficulties. But aren't God's creations totally out of this world? There's so many things that I never knew about stars. And we're gonna keep that space train moving, because up next, we've got a special treat for y'all. Please give it up for the Space Cadets.
5, a 3, a 2, 7, 8, 11. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Hey, check it! Twinkle, twinkle, little star, hey! Yeah. Right, good. My job.
Wow. Thanks for that interesting cover of such a beloved song. Well, friends, I think it's about time for us to move on to our main segment of the day. And I think you'll be really excited for this one because we here at Kids Planet News have a very special KSKPAI here to share a true out-of-this-world story with us, coming straight from the Bible. In fact, we're introducing for the first time our very own in-house digital entity with extensive capabilities. Take it away, Dex!
Why hello there, kids. Today we've got an out-of-this-world story for you, all about Jesus during the time he spent traveling, teaching about God the Father and healing people everywhere he went. One day, Jesus and his friends, the disciples, were crossing a lake, and when they reached the other side, No, they didn't find a chicken. Back to our story. When Jesus got to the shore, a man possessed by an evil spirit came out from the tombs to meet him. You see, kids, this man didn't live in a house with a family. Instead, this man lived in a place similar to what we would call a graveyard. No, ghosts aren't real, Martian Max. You're going to scare the kids.
Fine. That was nothing though. You should see what my friends and
Pardon me, but I do believe we have a story to get back to.
Wow, okay. Way to ruin all the fun.
Well, if that's all, I think I shall continue. Where were we? Oh yes, so, the man who slept in a graveyard had been tied up, and even held back with chains many times before. But the Bible says, whenever he was put into chains and shackles, as he often was, he snapped the chains from his wrists and smashed the shackles. No one was strong enough to subdue him. The man could no longer live a normal life because of the evil spirits who had taken over him. We can read in Mark chapter 5 that day and night he wandered among the burial caves and in the hills, howling. So when Jesus got to the shore, he saw what was happening to the man and said, "Come out of the man, you evil spirit." And when the man heard this, he came running. The Bible says, when Jesus was still some distance away, the man saw him, ran to meet him, and bowed low before him. With a shriek, he screamed, "Why are you interfering with me, Jesus?" You see, kids, this wasn't really the man talking to Jesus here. It was the evil spirit inside the man. The evil spirit was scared of Jesus because Jesus is the only one powerful enough to do anything about it. So when Jesus had told the spirit to leave the man alone, the spirit did not like that. Let's see what happens next. Then Jesus demanded, "What is your name?" And he replied, "My name is Legion, because there are many of us inside this man." Then the evil spirits begged him again and again not to send them to some distant place. There happened to be a large herd of pigs feeding on the hillside nearby. "Send us into those pigs," the spirits begged. "Let us enter them." Did you hear that, kids? The evil spirits were going to finally leave this man alone and instead go into this huge group of pigs.
Hey, at least it wasn't chickens. Am I right?
Excuse me, can I continue?
I don't know. Can you?
Let's get back to the Bible story. So anyways, the Bible goes on to tell us, Jesus gave them permission. The evil spirits came out of the man and entered the pigs. And the entire herd of about 2,000 pigs plunged down the steep hillside into the lake and drowned in the water. 2,000 pigs? Can you imagine that? Anyways, this huge group of pigs drowning in the lake was pretty big news. In fact, this crazy news started to spread to surrounding towns and people couldn't believe how much the man had changed. Listen to this. A crowd soon gathered around Jesus, and they saw the man who had been possessed by the legion of demons. He was sitting there fully clothed and perfectly sane, and they were all afraid. They probably were surprised to see this man so different from how he was before. Now, does anyone else wonder about what happened next for this man who Jesus saved? Let's see. As Jesus was getting into the boat, the man who had been demon-possessed begged to go with him. But Jesus said, "No, go home to your family and tell them everything the Lord has done for you and how merciful he has been." So, the man started off to visit the 10 towns of that region and began to proclaim the great things Jesus had done for him, and everyone was amazed at what he told them. Isn't that crazy and wonderful? I'd even go as far as to say that was just out of this world. You know, I love that this story shows us just how big Jesus' power was, and still is. His power is out of this world, because Jesus has power over all things. And that is an important lesson for all of us to remember.
That crazy but true story from the Bible really showed an out-of-this-world moment where Jesus was able to show so many people just how powerful he really is. This has been Kids Planet News. We hope you've enjoyed a look at all these out-of-this-world facts today, from the amazing stars we see in the night sky to the awesome power Jesus showed everyone that day. It's all truly out of this world.
Well, friends, no matter what you might be facing, just know that Jesus has power over all of it. Nothing is too big for him. So if you're ever feeling scared or worried or sad, take some time to talk to Jesus. He's ready to help. And that great news sure is out of this world. So remember, Jesus has power over all things. Real quick, before I let you go, we've got a couple super fun things coming up soon. We're in the middle of our grade battles right now, so make sure you're doing everything you can to earn your class more points when you join us in person this month. And we've got 2 huge parties coming up. You won't want to miss our Halloween party on October 26th and 27th. And then, on November 2nd and 3rd, we'll be wrapping up this series with our Planet Party. You won't want to miss out on these amazing parties, so make sure you add these huge events to your calendars and join us in Kids Planet.